I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
I'm going to tell you, this is the problem with these gig jobs, is that you could get one person who literally is like the best person ever. They go above and beyond. They're ultra nice. They do everything right as instructed. And then you could get someone who's just a complete buffoon, does everything wrong, hinders you and your schedule and everything. But yet they're all expected to get tips and everything. It's like, I already tipped the guy. Like, seriously, I probably wouldn't have tipped him at all with the way that he just did that. And I'll tell you in a second. Let me get the food over here, and we'll get set up. It's here, as you can see. So, that guy does not speak English at all. The guy who just delivered it. So, you know me, I live in a private community. You need to read the instructions. It says where to enter the community from. It tells you the gate code. It tells you where to go in the community to deliver the food. He can't read. The guy's actually illiterate. So he drove up to the front gate, and here I am trying to finish that mission with you guys, and he's clicking the button on the app that says, I have arrived, I have arrived, I have arrived. No, you didn't. You're not outside my house. You're at the front gate. You have the code. You have the instructions. He can't read. So he's just clicking the button like this. So luckily for me, I have a way to just open the gate. So when I saw that, I opened the gate. He drove all the way back here. And then, I'm not kidding, he got out of his car, and he just stood there at the front of my house like this, clicking the button again. I have arrived. I have arrived. The instructions specifically say, just drop the food off and leave. It says just leave it. It's a drop off at the door. He just keeps pressing the button like this. So here I am trying to finish this mission with you guys, and he keeps pinging me to go downstairs. Like, dude, just leave the fucking food. Then I go to get the food. I open the door. The guy, he stares at me like a deer in headlights, okay? Like, am I the guy? I'm like, yes, that's my food. So I take it from him, and he goes, 5-star. I said, what? 5-star. Give 5-star, give 5-star. He wants me to give him a 5-star rating for that stellar delivery. For the record, there's no 5-star. It's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and you can click like, oh, it was speedy delivery, took care, was nice. There's no 5-star. So the guy doesn't even know that the company he works for doesn't give 5-star ratings, but he's asking for a 5-star, and that's all he can say. He can't say another word. Anyway, it's time for DSP Tries It, okay? Hey, all right, let me get everything set up, because nothing is set up now. I was not expecting to do DSP Tries It today. Thank you guys so very much for supporting the way you did. But my hair's all fucked up. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not a supermodel. All right. Camera needs to aim down like that. Let's see if that worked. I brought down a bunch of my napkins. I don't even think they gave me any. Okay. Are we ready, everybody? Thank you for your overwhelming support today to make this possible. Here we go. What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to yet another edition of DSP Tries It. Devour. And on today's episode, we're actually going back to a place we just recently did the How to Train Your Dragon meal from Burger King. And it was not bad, actually. I thought that Whopper was decent, and the mozzarella fries or whatever they were decent, okay? It's only about a month later, and people were like, are you aware that Burger King has new stuff? Like, wait, already? All right, well, I guess we'll check it out. So today we're going to be checking out their brand new Whopper, but in addition, we're going to be checking out this drink, which doesn't really look like a drink, does it? And it's incredibly light. Okay, I'm really, really skeptical about this one. I'm pretty nervous about it, honestly. And in addition to the new Whopper and the drink, I'm going to try out some other stuff that I've wanted to try from Burger King for a while and haven't had a chance to. They have Royal Crispy Wraps, which are variations on like a chicken snack wrap, and they have 3 kinds. So we're going to investigate all of this today on DSP Tries It. So to show you what we're doing fully, Burger King bag. Here we go. We've got the new barbecue brisket Whopper, which is supposed to be slow cooked barbecue beef brisket. Oh, I'm sure that they really do a great job at Burger King with that, don't they? But also it's supposed to have some fried onions, cheese, tomato, mayo. I think it's supposed to be like a barbecue sauce, like a yellow barbecue sauce or something like that. They said. So that's what's on it. So it's a Whopper with some special toppings. If you can believe it, I'm just gonna say this up front, and I almost never say stuff up front like this. This is $13 on the delivery app. In person, it's $11 for a Whopper with some special toppings on it is absolutely insane. If you're not aware, they regularly do deals at Burger King, 2 for $5 Whoppers. So just because they put some barbecue brisket on top, they charge me $13 for the sandwich. That's wildly insane, okay? In addition, we've got 3 versions of the wrap: fiery, classic, and the honey mustard version. So those are the 3 actual pre-established versions of that wrap that are available at Burger King. So here's the lineup of the food that we're going to be eating today. All right, but before we get to that, I feel like we should try this thing. This is supposed to be called the Cloud Freeze, the cotton candy Cloud Freeze. It's supposed to be a soda that tastes like cotton candy, but it's frozen. And they're supposed to put a whipped topping on top of it. You see a problem with this? You notice something, right? It's not frozen. It's just soda on the bottom, whipped topping on the top. Nothing is frozen in this cup. So I don't know what happened. The thing is, just for the record, the person who got this and delivered it to my home actually got it here within like 20 minutes. So it wasn't like this was sitting in a car. It probably looked like this when they gave it to the delivery person. It's not frozen at all. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm just going to try to put the straw in at a clean angle. All right, it went all the way through, and I'm going to sip and see what it tastes like. So this is the Cotton Candy Cloud Freeze from Burger King.
Devour.
That is one of the most disgusting things I have ever drank in my entire life. That is revolting. It's insanely over the top sweet. Like you took a spoonful of sugar and you shoved it into your mouth. But it's got like a weird tanginess, kind of like a weird candy. Like some hard candies have that tangy artificial flavor. That tastes nothing like cotton candy. That is revoltingly disgusting. All right, just to be sure I didn't screw up, I'm going to try a different angle here. Let's try a different one. Ready? That is insanely vile. I would not want anyone... If I was actually, like, really thirsty, and my mouth was parched dry, and I took a sip of that, I would actually spit it out. That is one of the most disgusting things I've ever tasted in my life. Wow. Maybe it's because I'm 43 years old and I shouldn't be drinking the cotton candy freeze drink to begin with. But people said to me, Phil, you should get this drink. Get it. It's $5. Get it. Okay, I'll get it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'll be having filtered water for the rest of the episode, everyone. Holy moly, that's bad. Okay. The frozen cotton candy cloud, a limited time frozen drink, has been met with generally positive reviews. Customers describe the taste as remarkably similar to cotton candy, with noting a blue raspberry flavor profile. No. That is pure sugar. I taste no blue raspberry flavor whatsoever. I taste pure sugar and a tiny bit of tanginess, which maybe that's them trying to represent artificial raspberry. That is... Okay. The worst drink I ever had on DSP Tries It was the Mountain Dew from many years ago. It was the Call of Duty tie-in Mountain Dew. Do you remember it was like neon yellow? And do you remember when I tasted it, I told you it tasted like Bowser's piss or like Mega Man's hydraulic fluid that he emptied out after a tough battle? No, this is actually worse. I'm not kidding. This is worse than that. I would not want this. I would not wish this upon my worst enemy to drink. It's really bad. Like, I don't care what anyone says. It's disgusting. It's just sugar and tanginess. There's no actual semblance of real flavor. Okay. Let's get some food in me now. Hopefully these wraps are good. So we start off with the classic version of the Royal Crispy Wrap. That's what these are called. Royal Crispy Wraps. Okay, classic version. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. So it's a tortilla, and in that tortilla, it looks like we have some lettuce. I already see some mayonnaise. I'm assuming it's just like a crispy chicken tender, but there's a problem. Take a look. Look. Where's the chicken? What the? Look, where's the chicken in there? It's in there somewhere, right? Look, it wants to say something to you. Where is the chicken in my chicken wrap? All right, well, let's try to eat it. And my first bite is going to be all tortilla. I mean, that's just a chunk of lettuce right there that fell out. All right.
Devour.
It's not mayonnaise. It's not mayonnaise. It's a tangy sauce that they put on it. I don't know what it is. It's a tangy sauce, and all I ate was tangy sauce and tortilla. There was nothing else in there. Now I'm going to get to the chicken. Okay? So now we'll actually try it. There's tomato. There's actually tomato on it, and the tomato is good. It's acidic, and it bites through the savoriness of the breading. You know, breading is very, very salty, savory. The acidic tomato actually works really good with it. The chicken is pretty bland. I can't really taste the chicken. The breading is mushy, really mushy. I think it was hot when they put it in the wrap. And so sitting in this wrap for a while, it's basically turned all the crispiness off there's no crispiness at all on the chicken, which is unfortunate. Maybe this would have been better super fresh with a crispy tender inside. It's very mushy. It's really bland. The sauce is just okay. The tomato is good. Is it sad to say the tomato is more flavorful than the chicken? It is. The tomato is actually better than the chicken. Wow. Bland, mushy, not appetizing. The original is a fail. That is not good. Man. Okay. Now let's try the fiery version. This is supposed to be the spicy version. I don't know if the breading's spicy or if it's just a spicy sauce that they put on it. For the record, these are $3 each. So they're not cheap. Okay. A piece of lettuce sticking out the end. Should I do it again? Here. Maybe I'll get lucky and we'll get some actual food in the first bite instead of just tortilla. I don't know. Ready? Whoa. Whoa. Wow. That's a totally different sensation. It's spicy. I got chicken in the first bite. It's actually quite spicy. Wow. Again, I don't know if it's the sauce or the breading, but it's actually burning my throat right now. Holy shit. Okay. Whoa. Sauce is pouring down the side. See that? So this one they loaded with whatever the spicy sauce is. This is much better than the first one. This one, because it has a kick to it, it's not bland at all. Mm. Okay. So it's exactly the same as the first one. Lettuce, tomato, the wrap, sauce, that's it. I don't even think there's cheese on these. I don't taste any. I don't see any. Maybe there is a tiny bit of cheese. I'm not sure. But the spicy sauce is potent and is burning my mouth as I eat more and more. So this I would get over that original, which is incredibly bland. All right. Two down, one to go. So the final wrap is the Royal Crispy Honey Mustard variation. Okay? I'm just going to guess it's just going to be honey mustard on there instead of whatever that original sauce was, the tangier sauce. So, let's see. This one, oddly, the chicken's right at the end. Okay. Mmm. Ooh, that's tasty, actually. Yummy. It's a very sweet honey mustard. Very sweet. Okay. I'm getting chicken in every bite. The problem is, it's dry. It's a very dry chicken, and there was no honey mustard in that bite. Mm. Okay. Well, that's not bad. In fact, this might actually be my favorite of the three. I think it is. Only problem, I ate all the chicken, and I have all this left. So basically, the original one is terrible. I wouldn't get the original Royal Crispy wrap. It's not very flavorful. The sauce only has a little bit of like tangy flavor to it, but it's not any better than just say mayonnaise. And with just the lettuce and tomato, it's not good enough. The chicken is mushy and dry, so you need a kick. If you get the fiery version, you get spice in your mouth. If you get the honey mustard, you're getting a sweet in your mouth, your sweet mustard flavor. So those are fine. I would say either of those, the fiery or the honey mustard, are good. Do not bother at all with the original. That was pretty bad. You may have to be a bit patient, because as I was blowing my nose, so I could clear my sinuses so I could eat the Whopper, my nose started to bleed, which happens sometimes during the summer, particularly when the air conditioner is on all day and it's very dry air. Sometimes I get random nosebleeds, really annoying. It also happens in the winter when the heat is on all day. So I have to wait a minute here for this to stop so that I can actually eat the Whopper, or else there's going to be blood all over the Whopper, which I don't think anybody wants. Sucks. It's life. It happens. I was ready for it. Thank goodness I had paused and I was ready for it, and I can get blood all over the place because it just starts like gushing. I'm like, oh shit. No, I do not use nasal saline spray. No, I don't. Like I said, it happens randomly sometimes. Particularly today, I had the air conditioner on full blast the entire stream. My nose is probably all dried out. I actually was sneezing earlier today too, so annoying. Ugh. Why do I have a tissue in my nose? Because I have a nosebleed, stupid. I just said that. Open your ears. Okay. insulting me and talking shit while I was eating. He was saying, "This has no value. This has no value. No value." Well, that's why there are people here watching. That's why people supported it. That's why I hit all my goals every single stream and why we're doing it. No, it has no value to you because you have no fucking brain. You actually have a vacuous hole inside of your head that sucks everything in around it. You know, people actually do like the content. That's why they support it, you stupid dunce. Okay. All right, let me see if this is calmed down and if I can do the rest of the review. Hold on. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay, everyone, now time for the main event. It is time for the barbecue brisket Whopper from Burger King. I can't believe it. I already told you, but just to reiterate, this Whopper is $13 on delivery apps or $11 in person. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Again, Whoppers, you could get them 2 for $5 regularly. To say that this is going to be worth 4 to 5 times the value of a single Whopper because they put some toppings on it is nuts, okay? I would never eat this if it weren't for a review. I would never spend $13 on a single item from Burger King. I'm not a moron. But for the purposes of the review, I will do so, okay? Let's unbag this sucker and show you what it looks like, okay? It is a standard Whopper size. It is double wrapped, 2 pieces of wax paper or whatever, whatever they want to call it. Okay, so here it is. I see melty cheese. What do we got on top here? Let's take a look. The bun looks really good, actually. Well, I see the onions. Is that pickles? I can't tell if that's a pickle or not on top. I see the sauce, the mayo. I don't know if I see the barbecue. I wonder if the barbecue is mixed in there with all of that. I do see the tomatoes. Where is the brisket? Do you guys actually see any beef brisket? I see. Oh, okay, I see it. It's in the middle under the freaking onions. Okay, I see it now. It was hard to see from this angle, but when I looked at the camera over there on the PC, I could actually see it. Okay. It certainly doesn't look like there's much on there, right? It doesn't look like they put much of anything on there but onion. It looks like all onion. It doesn't look like there's any brisket on there, really, like a tiny bit. Well, we're going to find out right now, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm about to try the barbecue brisket Whopper from Burger King and see what it's like. You ready? I don't know if I'm ready, but, you know, sometimes I just have to do it. Take one for the team. All the onions are falling off onto the wrapper, for the record. Here we go.
Devour.
For the record, if you noticed I winced, there was a piece of bone in there. I'm not kidding. So as I was chewing, a piece of bone hit my tooth down here and caused me sharp pain. So apparently, not the safest and highest quality of beef brisket if there's bone pieces in it. Okay? Let's continue. This is going to be one of the weirder ones I've ever done. This is just straight up bizarre. It's weird. I'm going to take one more bite and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Okay? Okay. I got some sauce on my finger. This is supposed to be the golden barbecue sauce. This is one of the weirdest ones I've ever done. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't taste brisket. Beef brisket typically has two distinct flavors. Smoke, because, you know, it was slow cooked, and usually it's smoked, okay? Or barbecue sauce. You know, that distinct, tangy, savory barbecue flavor. I don't taste either one of those. I taste the Whopper meat. I taste some of the tomato. I definitely taste the cheese. The one thing that is predominant is the onions. There are way too many of those breaded fried onions on this sandwich, and I just keep tasting them in every bite. Like, it's crunch. Every time I bite, it's like crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm tired of it. I don't want to have onions in every bite, but they put so many on there. There's more onions than brisket on the sandwich. So obviously, what am I going to taste more of, right? Now, I don't know what yellow or golden barbecue sauce is supposed to taste like. I'm used to the typical brown, orange, orangish almost, darker reds, those flavors of barbecue. I don't know what they're going for, but all I can tell you is no smokiness, no savoriness. It's just a little bit of tanginess. Kind of like the sauce almost that was on that original chicken wrap. That's kind of what it tastes like to me. But nothing else is standing out at all. It's just this tangy sauce, the Whopper meat, some cheese, and onion. That's really all I'm tasting. I haven't tasted a single piece of beef brisket that I've eaten, and I'm eating about a third of the burger so far. Onion. Every bite is onion and breading, onion and breading. That's it. How do you sell a burger for a premium price saying that there's a premium ingredient on it, and the premium ingredient is completely flavorless, as if it's not even there? That's pretty remarkable. Because typically brisket is pretty flavorful, right? Wow. I'll be honest, I'm insanely disappointed. I would eat a regular Whopper over this. Why? The regular Whopper has lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, ketchup, and mayo. That combination of veggies, condiments works perfectly. You get some sweetness, you get acidity, you get the tanginess when it comes to the ketchup. You get the right balance of flavors. Here, there is no balance. It's just fried onions and mush and a tiny bit of tanginess from whatever this golden barbecue is. There's no brisket flavor at all. It's insanely disappointing, especially for what you're paying for it. Wow. I almost feel if they completely removed the fried onions, it would be a better burger. The fried onions kill it because what they probably told them was the brisket's expensive, so just load an insane amount of the cheap fried onions on there and just put a little brisket on there. So that's all you taste. I would have had it without it. I probably would have liked it more. It's bad. This is quite embarrassing that they actually have brisket in the store and it ends up tasting like this. It's pathetically bad. You know, this is hilarious. This would be like if I got the Grillo's Pickles menu from Sonic, but I couldn't taste any pickles. Right? Like, what? You paid a premium price for the premium product, and the thing that's the premium is flavorless. So why did you bother with it? It's actually that bad. Jeez. Well, I'll probably have one or two more bites because I'm hungry, but this is not good. I'm incredibly disappointed. I wish I had just gotten a regular Whopper, honestly, because the Whopper is a staple. The Whopper is like an American staple. It never changes. It's always good. Man. All right, one more bite. I'm done. All right. I ate about 2/3 of it. Just now. That last bite, I got enough brisket in my mouth in that last bite to get a hint of barbecue flavor. I had to eat that much of the burger to get a hint of brisket flavor. Do not get this burger. Why they think they can trust, first of all, Burger King employees to make brisket is ridiculous. I don't think that they're actually having them slow cook it there. I think what it is, it's that prepackaged stuff. Like, for example, right now you could go to the grocery store and you can buy pre-cooked beef brisket that's like air packed into like a vacuum seal. I guarantee you it's what it is. They have it mass produced, they air pack it, they fly it in, they probably have to thaw it out in like the sink with water, and then they just microwave it. Microwave the beef brisket and toss it on the burger. There's no way that that could have so little flavor if it were actual, like, in-house made beef brisket. There is no way that that's real. That is fake as hell. Okay? So, ugh. I can't wait to brush my teeth. That was, oh. All right, so to recap, this is the most disgusting drink I've ever had on DSP Tries It. What was it called? The Cotton Candy Cloud Freeze. It is absolutely revolting. As you can see, it still hasn't changed its form. It's been like this the entire time. Absolutely disgusting. Just sugar water with like a hard candy flavor in it. It's just absolutely lip-curdling disgustingness. If I had a way to purge that from my body right now, I would. But I'm not going to do that because you'd all be disgusted. Okay? The wraps. The original wrap was terrible. The sauce was awful. And it was too bland and mushy. The spicy wrap was good because the sauce was spicy enough to add a good amount of flavor, and it actually did build up burning in my mouth. The honey mustard was good because it was a sweet honey mustard, and it complemented the kind of bland, over-savory flavor of the chicken. So I would say if you're going to get the wraps, these Royal Crispy wraps, either get the spicy or the fiery, I think it's called. The fiery if you want spice, or get the honey mustard if you want a sweetness. Do not get the original. The original is complete garbage. These are $3 each for the record, okay? And the Burger King Barbecue Brisket Whopper is atrociously bad, completely overpriced, has almost no brisket on it, tastes nothing like brisket. I had to eat that much to get a hint of barbecue flavor in my mouth. It is revolting. It is a complete scam ripoff and should not be bought or consumed by any living human. Maybe a dead one. Maybe you shove it into the mouth of a corpse, but I wouldn't eat that, nor would I pay for it unless I was reviewing it. So there you go. Hopefully I just saved you a trip to Burger King, okay? All right, so this drink, 0 out of 5. The worst drink I've ever had on DSP Tries It by far. Do not drink it. It is absolutely disgusting. No points awarded whatsoever. The original Royal Crispy Wrap, 1 out of 5. The fiery and, actually this is the fiery, and that's the honey mustard. Those are awarded 3 out of 5. They're not great, but if you're going to get wraps, get those. Get those two. This one don't get. 1 out of 5. These two are 3 out of 5. The Barbecue Brisket Whopper from Burger King. Well, it is edible, so I have to award it some points, but it's insanely disappointing. It's flavorless when it comes to the brisket. There's not enough brisket on there. They overload it with the wrong ingredients to save money, like the fried onion. It's messy, and it's insanely overpriced. And the worst part about it, the basic Whopper is better than the specialty Whopper. They're charging you a premium price to claim that they're going to put extra ingredients on there that aren't on there enough to warrant that extra price. And then you wish you just got the cheaper one that's much better. Man, I wish I had the one with the lettuce, tomato, pickles. Oh, no, instead I had to get this crap. So the Barbecue Brisket Whopper, I give it a 1.75 out of 5. I wouldn't eat it. You shouldn't eat it. You shouldn't waste money on it. Burger King, have it your way. I will have it my way. I'm gonna go throw this in the trash can where it belongs, and hopefully I'll get something good to eat for dinner. Thank you all for watching DSP Tries It this time around.